I think I do have more skills than Mike Tyson. As far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than like at a lower weight class always have more skill. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis went beyond the respect limit and humiliated Mike Tyson by saying he was better in skills than Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, the myth, the legend, who was once the most feared person on the planet, has taken it quite lightheartedly and smiled at the reporter who asked him his reviews. He laughed and said that if he were getting into the laws and brawls, he might be similar to him. But in the skill session, he was nowhere near him.
Just for Tank Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Known for his ferocious and intimidating boxing style, Tyson made his name in the boxing world and became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at age 20 in 1986.
I'm the only boss. If you don't kick my you're fired. So that's how the sparring's going. Everyone's doing their best, and if you're not doing your best to hit me, you have to go home.
His career was marked by his incredible power and speed, as well as his controversial behavior both inside and outside the ring. But recently, some controversial remarks of Gervonta "Tank" Davis surfaced on the internet and took it by storm. No matter how good of a boxer anyone is, they can't be Mike Tyson. Gervonta Davis, known for his explosive power in the lightweight division, admitted the power and influence of Mike Tyson on the boxing world, but he still chose to stand on his point of view that he was better in skills and agility than Mike Tyson.
Facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills than Mike Tyson. I just hold that puncher power just as like Mike Tyson did when he was fighting, you know, so. And I'm going to stand on my words.
Now that Mike Tyson is all ready to be in the ring against Jake Paul in just a few days, such a statement coming from Tank can get him in trouble with fans.
First, I didn't like how Jake Paul was coming in.
Why is that?
Because of how he was making it look like he'll call out somebody else that's like, but now that I see that I feel as though he's still a clown because that's his personality. He's still a clown.
That's how he gets paid. Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
But far as him like content like in the gym, I feel like I'm starting to respect it because he's not doing it like for the hype. He was really like trying to be a boxer.
Tank, recognizing the strides Jake Paul has made in his transition from a social media influencer to a boxer, gave a nuanced view of Paul's progress in the sport. While not fully endorsing him as a top-tier fighter, Davis noted that Paul shows promise if he continues to train seriously and choose his fights wisely.
If they pick his fight right, I think that he's decent.
Yeah.
Like he's good. I mean, he's not good, but he's going that way. If he continue to do like stay in the gym,
yeah,
like you say, like you get up in the morning, like he's a boxer. You know what I mean? He's in the gym. So.
Mike, after being retired for decades, has decided to land back in the ring for a fight against Jake Paul. Tank shared his reviews about Jake Paul and his audacity to make this fight. He praised him as a fighter, but he still called him a clown. He showed respect to Jake Paul, which he didn't, to Mike Tyson giving fans dome persona of some beef running between them before this height-anticipated fight. Whereas Mike Tyson has been seen preparing for this fight quite vigorously and have determined to knock out Jake Paul in the starting rounds. Jake Paul has been intensively training, demonstrating a serious commitment to his boxing career beyond his social media persona. His rigorous daily regimen includes multiple training sessions involving strength, conditioning, and technical boxing skills. This dedicated approach is designed to refine his technique and enhance his athletic performance as he prepares for more challenging bouts in the ring.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Jake Paul, born in 1997 in Ohio, started his career as a social media personality on Vine before moving to YouTube, where he gained fame with his brother Logan through their outrageous stunts and vlogs. Oscar De La Hoya expressed his concerns about the potential risks to Mike Tyson in his upcoming fight against Jake Paul. Recognizing Tyson as one of the greatest punchers in boxing history, De La Hoya also noted the complications posed by Tyson's age.
You don't think Tyson is a serious opponent for him?
Come on.
61 years. I saw him the other day. I love Tyson. I told him,
He can punch.
of course, he's got a puncher's chance the first 3 rounds. I'm a little scared of Tyson getting hurt after the 3rd round.
Right.
He pointed out that Jake Paul, with his youth, size, and strength, could pose a significant threat, especially if the fight extends into the later rounds. De La Hoya's comments reflect his worry that the physically imposing Paul could capitalize on Tyson's aging body, potentially leading to injury in a prolonged bout.
Jake Paul's a big boy. He's, 26 years old. Tyson's 61. I'm happy for Tyson that he's making money and that Tyson still loves it and he's getting in there, he's in shape.
Right.
But just be careful.
When asked about the possibility of a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Mike Tyson, De La Hoya responded with laughter, highlighting the improbability and underlying tensions. He humorously remarked that while Canelo isn't fond of him, potentially due to past disagreements, the idea of such a matchup would undoubtedly be a huge draw financially.
Jake Paul said he wants to fight Canelo. You make that happen? You make that fight happen?
I could make it happen, but Canelo hates the shit out of me.
It'd be a lot of money.
It'll be a lot of money, but still, it's not legacy. It's not legacy.
Transitioning from internet fame to boxing, Jake has carved out a new path as a professional fighter, despite skepticism from traditional boxing fans and pundits. Now that Jake Paul is all ready to fight Mike Tyson, he is still being criticized by the fans. Even at the press conference, they booed him and called him a YouTuber and shouted slogans of "fuck Jake Paul," which apparently he seemed enjoying.
Hey, Dallas, shut the f up. Y'all keep booing, I'ma keep doing. Bunch of bitches. That's how y'all wanna do it? Let's f***ing do it. Keep booing, I keep doing.
He even trolled the fans present at the press conference in Dallas and called them rowdy. He mocked them all by saying, "Go milk the cow." The fight approaching and such brutal behavior from fans tells a lot about the respect Jake Paul has earned over the years in his boxing career.
Dumb fucking hillbillies. Hey, go milk a cow. Go milk a cow.
No matter the trolling and hate he is getting for fighting such a big legend, and that too in this period of his age, he is quite firm in his decision. It might be making him a lot of money and fame, but this has made him vulnerable to big punches of hate from fans. Mike Rashid made it clear that not in any universe it is possible for Jake Paul to beat Mike Tyson.
If Mike Tyson loses to Jake Paul, does it affect his legacy?
There is no possible chance in this universe or the parallel universe or the metaverse that it is possible that Jake Paul will beat Mike Tyson. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. If Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson, I will not talk for 3 months.
He, being a fellow YouTuber, called out Jake Paul and even mentioned that he might knock him down in the early rounds. Rashid was so confident about his power over Jake Paul, whom he thought was an amateur and non-serious boxer, that he told the narrator that to knock Jake Paul down, he didn't need any training as well.
I'll fight, man. I want to fight Jake Paul. I would beat Jake Paul without training. I'm sure somebody in his camp is watching this. Tell him.
No weight training or nothing?
Nothing.
How many rounds?
I would knock him out, probably like 2.
Starting his boxing career in 2018, Paul has fought several public figures and retired athletes, making a name for himself with a series of knockouts, although against non-traditional opponents. His move to fight seasoned boxers like Mike Tyson has drawn both curiosity and criticism, highlighting his journey from a social media influencer to a serious, albeit controversial, figure in the world of boxing. KSI commented on the matchup, expressing concerns that it could tarnish Jake Paul's reputation. He suggested that if Paul were to win, especially by knockout, he might be remembered unfavorably as the one who defeated an aging Mike Tyson, rather than earning a respectable victory. KSI also referenced the infamous incident where Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear during a match.
I'm sure you have some opinions about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is 57 years old. Honestly, I just think it's sad, bro. I don't know why Jake took it. It's a lose-lose. Everyone's gonna know him as the guy that knocked out on old Mike Tyson.
At his age, if you get hit by one solid
Turn
Jake
into
Paul
prune-
punch,
prune juice.
you're prune juice.
It's Mike Tyson. Anything can happen. Jake could literally walk out without an ear. Like, bro, he's...
The funny thing is, Evander Holyfield followed me.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. I said, nah.
Not enough ears?
No, I'm
Jake Paul not being a professional boxer, but someone who started boxing very late in his life compared to other boxers, has been put off as well. Michael Jai White expressed strong confidence in Mike Tyson's capabilities in a potential matchup against Jake Paul. He emphatically backed Tyson, pointing out the challenges Paul would face against Tyson's aggressive boxing style and prowess in delivering powerful body shots.
I got Mike Tyson.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see how Jake pulls this off. I see Mike Tyson punching him in the body, and I don't see how Jake stops that. Jake is not of the size to give Mike a problem.
White elaborated on the type of opponents who have historically posed a challenge to Tyson, noting that they typically have been larger fighters with a significant reach advantage. This context highlights why he believes Jake Paul, who lacks these physical advantages, would struggle significantly against Tyson.
Mike can be, big guys would hold Mike, guys with long reach that outweigh him.
Yeah.
I think people that's Mike's weight, with Mike's center of gravity, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop him. Mike hits him in the body don't move that much. I don't see how Jake survives a body attack.
Michael Jai White further commented on his involvement with Jake Paul's training, revealing that he played a role in arranging sparring partners for Jake and his brother. His insight stems from first-hand observations of how these sparring sessions unfolded, particularly noting Jake's performance against these fighters, including his loss to Tommy Fury.
Instrumental in sometimes getting guys to spar with Jake and his brother.
Right. I mean, he lost to Tommy Fury.
Yeah, but I know the guys that train with them,
okay,
and how they do against them. So I'm a little like, it's kind of insider information there, but yeah, I don't see Jake doing much against Mike.
Joe Rogan shared his thoughts on Jake Paul's legitimacy as a boxer, addressing the skepticism that has often surrounded Paul's transition from YouTuber to professional fighter. Rogan emphasized that Paul's performance should be evaluated independently of his internet fame. He highlighted that if Paul were assessed purely on his boxing skills and record, including his victories over former UFC champions and athletes, he would be regarded more seriously.
A legitimate boxer, yes. People mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around. And the way I look at it, I say, if this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight.
Rogan elaborated on the technical aspects of Paul's boxing technique, which he argued are often overlooked due to Paul's celebrity background. Rogan pointed out that Paul's approach to boxing is disciplined and effective, noting that his tactics and form are that of a trained fighter, not just a celebrity trying out the sport.
Like, nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good. And if he was just an up-and-coming boxer that was this exciting, like highly promotable, like really good at selling fights, you'd be like, this kid's the future. He's really something special.
Joe Rogan seemed hesitant to take a definitive stance, particularly in favor of Tyson. Rogan's reluctance to make a clear decision highlights the complexities and unpredictable nature of such a matchup, especially given Tyson's age and the unconventional rise of his opponent in the boxing world.
But he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
No, I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying even coming off the best, I still think he wins. Coming off.
It's hard to say because you never bet against a 27-year-old
I get it.
fighting a 58-year-old.
Even when Joe Rogan was not quite sure about the results and thought that this fight might end badly for Mike Tyson, the former coach of Mike Tyson, Teddy Atlas, strongly believes that even age can't stop Mike Tyson. Teddy Atlas provided a nuanced analysis of Mike Tyson's current form and capabilities, reflecting on the transformation in Tyson's approach to boxing as he aged. Atlas noted that while Tyson might not exhibit the same relentless aggression he was known for in his prime, he still retains significant physical attributes that made him a formidable champion.
You knew what he was going to do. One thing, he was going to go and get you. Whether he got you or not, he was going. Now he's not. He doesn't appear to be that guy. And what is that? How does that manifest itself as far as a performance? I'll tell you one thing. he still has quick twitch fibers. He still has muscle memory. He was a great heavyweight champion. That he's still, you know, he still remembers how to slip, how to throw and fill a hole when he slipped, how to weave, how to come out of it with a hook.
Atlas delved deeper into the enduring aspects of Tyson's skill set, emphasizing the longevity of power in a boxer's arsenal relative to other physical attributes like speed and reflexes. He highlighted that in the early rounds of any fight, Tyson's power could still pose a significant threat to any opponent, regardless of his age.
He still has power. The last thing to go, you know, reflexes are going to go. Speed is going to be deteriorated. But power is the last thing to go. He still has power. He's still got that quick twitch with speed. The early rounds will be, if it's real. I don't know if it's real. I know one thing that's real. You know what that is? They're gonna make a lot of money. That I know. But as far as anything else, I don't know. But if it is real, the first couple of rounds are going to be dangerous for Paul. Even at 58, I don't care. They're going to be dangerous if it's real.
Teddy Atlas offered commendation for Jake Paul's approach to boxing, countering the narrative that Paul has disrespected the sport. Atlas recognized Paul's strategic acumen and dedication, pointing out that contrary to what some critics assert, Paul has genuinely committed himself to mastering the craft of boxing.
I give credit to Paul. Look, that guy's a genius. I mean, first of all, he didn't disrespect the sport. I hear people come up to me. I've been in the sport 50 years. Say, "Oh, Teddy, he disrespected the sport." No, he didn't. He went out there. He got a trainer. He worked in the gym for 4 years, 5 years, whatever the hell it's been, to try to become the best fighter that he could be. To learn the sport, to respect the sport enough to learn. Now, did he pick his spots? Was he smart? Yeah.
Fighters and fans want to see Mike Tyson win the fight, but the only thing that is concerning them is the age. Chris Lieben shared his mixed feelings about the potential matchup between Jake Paul and the legendary Mike Tyson, highlighting Tyson's age as a significant factor. He acknowledged the love and respect everyone has for Tyson, but pointed out the realities of aging in such a demanding sport.
Oh, I don't want to say anything, but you know, listen, because obviously we all love Mike Tyson. He's old though, man. Jake can hit. Jake can hit. You know, I think that fight can play out a couple different ways, but I think the longer it goes, I think Jake might be able to catch him. We'll see.
Wow. Laban continued to discuss the capabilities of both fighters, emphasizing the potential impact of Tyson's age on the fight. He remarked on Paul's cardiovascular fitness and his competence as a boxer, having observed all his fights. Laban candidly expressed that while Paul is not on par with a prime Tyson, the age difference in this scenario could level the playing field, making the bout unpredictable.
I mean, he's not a terrible boxer. I've watched all his fights. He's not a great boxer. He's nowhere near where Mike Tyson was. You know, if it was a 16-year-old Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul now, I would put every penny on that Mike Tyson. But of course, but age is a motherfucker, dude.
Lieben might be right at his own place, but Lennox Lewis has some straight but contrary point of view. Lennox Lewis, a former rival of Mike Tyson with first-hand experience in the ring against him, has weighed in on the potential matchup between Tyson and Jake Paul. Lewis highlighted that concerns should not be directed at Tyson's capabilities, despite his age. Instead, attention should be on the younger opponent, Jake Paul. Lewis pointed out that Tyson retains significant skill in breaking down opponents and delivering powerful punches.
Of course, as somebody who, you know, you've been rivals with Mike, you've known Mike for many, many years, a lot of people concerned about him returning to the ring against Jake Paul.
What are they concerned about?
Being, you know, of a certain vintage, should we say, should he be getting hit in the head by, admittedly, you know, not a conventional boxer, but still a young, physically fit, athletic man?
Yeah, I mean, Mike Tyson knows how to defend himself, and he's boxing against a guy that not as good as boxer as he is, and Mike Tyson knows how to throw a good punch. He knows how to break you down, so I'm more concerned about the other guy than Mike Tyson.
Will Tyson's experience and formidable power dominate the ring, or can Paul's youth and tenacity create an upset? We want to hear your thoughts. Share your predictions in the comments and join the conversation as we await one of the most intriguing matchups in boxing history.